All right, I'm Gord Sugren, and I made a car for 3D mechanical modeling. I'm supposed to, I guess, talk about the creative thought process behind all of this. There's no like profound meaning behind making a car. Uh, all I did was pick 3D mechanical modeling as a category, and I thought, what might be easy to make, I guess, not too complex for this category because I hadn't done too much modeling. I did modeling last year in Maya, but I kind of overstepped my bounds trying to make too difficult of a project for my skill at the time, so I thought I'd tone it down. So I made a low poly model of a car, and low poly is just when it's not smoothed out, it's still left in its kind of polygonal shape. Um, I probably like Blender more than Maya now after using it. Maybe because I didn't learn too much in Maya because it was an advanced kind of tutorial that I was watching at the time, and he kind of just knew everything to begin with. But I got to work a lot more with materials here, like these headlights here. You can obviously change the colors and stuff, but you can also make them emit light through blooming. That was pretty new to me, and I thought that was really cool. And the windshields, the glass is actually transparent. I mean, there's nothing inside the car right now, but would have been cool if there was. Um, I didn't really have too many problems with my project. There were a few weird tools. It's not weird tools, but the usage of them sometimes. Like extrusion is all well and good if you do it right the first time, but if you extrude and then say you cancel the extrusion, sometimes it gets a little wonky. When you extrude, it just pulls out a face or whatever you have selected, and when you do that, it creates vertices that will be part of the new face that is extruded out. And if you are extruding something and cancel, it still acts like an extrusion happened and it makes extra vertices that are overlapping over vertices that you have there already. And it's not too big of a problem because you can just merge the vertices, but it just gets kind of like a real pain when you do it. Luckily, there weren't too many struggles, though. I think Blender is a lot easier to use for beginners than Maya, I would say. The tools are pretty similar between Maya and Blender. Uh, I mean, the shortcuts are different. Maybe they're named slightly different things. But Blender seems to have more features within the tools, I guess you could say. Like you can select the tool and you can change which axis it affects and make it so it only affects that axis. Like maybe you want to scale something only along the x-axis so it only gets smaller or larger that way. So I guess I did have a problem with procrastination. I don't have a motivation oftentimes, especially given a long projects like 5 weeks. Um, I could have improved upon quite a few things if I had done that. Namely, the back of the car. Back of the car is pretty rough. I could have added tail lights like I did headlights. Which to do that, you just make an inset in the face so it will have a face within the face, kind of, and then you extrude it in to give that depth to it, and then you can make a new material to put it there so it emits light and maybe is a different color. But procrastination gets the best of us most of the time, I'd assume, as high schoolers. But overall, I'm pretty excited with the end result of my car, even if the back looks really bad compared to the front. That's That's really all I got.